We are live. We are live. We're live. How you doing? Welcome, everybody. It is Sunday. Sunday, I guess afternoon. I think it's afternoon. It's about, I don't know, 1 o'clock, 1:30 later. Let's see if I can raise myself up a little bit here. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. I thought I would come on here today and sit between my two lovely trucks here. That's right. I now have two. We have the new Tundra, which I just got recently, and of course the existing Tacoma over here. Wow, look at that. My hand is see-through. I don't know why that's happening. Must be some kind of weird feedback. I don't know. Ryan Harris, nice looking Tundra Rob. Compliments the taco. Thanks, bud. How you doing? Welcome. What are you doing on this Sunday afternoon? Matthew Vela. Matthew, what's up, buddy? Matthew, you should put a huge lift on the Tundra and have the Tacoma as your daily smaller truck. You never know. You never know what's gonna happen. Hmm? You know, I had wanted to lift the Tundra I had before, quite honestly, but I didn't think it would fit in the garage, and that was always my big thing. You know, I didn't want to have to park outside. And right now, both trucks fit in the garage. I actually have the Tacoma up on top of the Tundra over here. I could put it either way, though. The Tundra could go up on top, but no matter what I do, I'm still limited by height and width. So I could go a little bit wider, actually, on the Tundra, but I still have I probably have, realistically, I probably have about, I'd say 4 to 6 inches or something that I can go with in height. And I was thinking about this the other day. Gear Runner, hey buddy, can't stay, just stop by to give a thumbs up. Fixing to drive a car. Awesome, man. I know what you're doing out there. I hope it goes well, and I hope it's a good car. Matthew, 8-inch lift for the Tundra. Yeah, I don't know. 8 inches though, man. Wow, that would certainly exceed my height limitation. M. Jones, which engine does it have? Or did I miss that in the previous video? No, I haven't announced any of the details yet, and you're going to have to stay tuned because that is an upcoming video. I'm actually going to go over the sticker, and that will include a lot of specs on the truck, so stay tuned. Although you might see it a little earlier on the Patreon page. I might go ahead and put it on there, so you'll know before everybody else does. Fox Ray, dude, I love your channel. Fox Ray, welcome. I appreciate that. Thank you, and thanks for watching, man. Lip Hartsfield, what's up, buddy? Digging both your Toyotas. Hey, Lip, how you doing? Did I answer your question? And before I go any further, I want to say something about the contest. You know, we have this grill contest going on right now for the Tacoma over here. You can win a TRD Pro Grill for the Tacoma. Now, you have to enter, or have to subscribe rather, both to myself, Taco Twans, and Busta Beat George. And Lip had a question. He couldn't find Taco Twans. That's because the spelling was wrong. So you have to pay attention to the spelling. It's Twonz. So I just wanted to clear that up a little bit. Entries are going well. It's not overwhelming. Let me say that probably, most likely, I'm positive, that no matter what, your odds of winning the grill for the Tacoma over here are going to be way better than winning the lottery. Let's just say that. Way better. So if you're interested, but you're holding back because you think, oh, I never win, I can't win, you can. Why is it doing that? Look at that. It makes me look like I'm becoming invisible. I don't know. Gonna have to look at that. But anyway, your odds are way better to win that grill, for sure, than, say, the lottery or many other things out there that you could enter. So just saying that, man. Marcus says, hey, Rob. Marcus, what's up, buddy? Matthew Vela. There's a really, really nice Tundra around that is the light gray color on the Tundra with a huge lift and huge tires with some light bars and looks beautiful. I'll have to watch for it. I don't recall seeing it. I'll have to keep my eyes open, man. Although now that I have a Tundra. I'm a little more focused on them. So Fox Ray. I got a 3-inch lift on my second gen Tacoma. Cool. Now let me ask you, did you do 3 all the way around, or did you do like a 3-2 or something to kind of, level it out? Weird. Level it out a little bit. Marcus says, how's those Girl Scout cookies? Are they selling quick? Well, I just got this, so they must be going all right. What can I say? It's a good market for Girl Scout cookies these days. Lip Hartsfield, yes, you did. Haha, I just spelled it wrong. All right, I just wanted to make sure. And by the way, I'm not responding to the entries for the grill because I don't want to enter myself in the drawing. So that's why it's kind of quiet from me anyway on that video, because I don't want to taint the results. I want it to be fair, and I don't want to enter myself. So that's why you're not getting any kind of feedback. But trust me, I am looking at every one, and I'm reading every comment that comes through on there. So I am quite aware of who's entering and how many people and all that stuff. So let's see. Natchke Family Adventures. How you doing? Tacos are food, Tacomas are trucks. LOL. I guess you're right. Thunder Golf. Can't stay, gotta wash my truck. Hey, Cole, what's up, buddy? Well, thanks for stopping by anyway. I appreciate it. T. Mason, is the EPA better on the two-wheel drive? Two-wheel drive Tacoma? Is the EPA better? Environmental Protection Agency. I'm assuming you're meaning miles per gallon. Is it better? Yeah, it's a little bit better because it's lighter and you're not turning as many parts. So it's a little bit better on the Tacoma and the two-wheel drive. Chris Foster, hey Rob, love your channel. Keep up the great videos. Chris, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for watching. Matthew Vela, I believe it's the owner of a local restaurant called Frankie Flaves, and it's a nice truck. I'll have to check it out. Where is that restaurant? I've not heard of it. Ken Wilson says, Busta Beat George has not posted his contest as of yet. Any idea when he will? I would think within the next few days. I'm not positive. Obviously, he's going to need to have it up before the first drawing because if you have to be a subscriber... No, he doesn't necessarily have to. I take that back. You just have to be a subscriber to his channel. Obviously, you want to enter there as well because that gives you a third chance to be able to win a grill. But no, I'm assuming soon. I don't know when, but as long as you're subscribed to his channel, that's all that matters because that's what we're going to be checking. So, you know what I would do? I would go over to his channel and I would subscribe to it and I would leave a comment on his latest video, which I think is cooking some crab or something on the beach, and ask him, where's your video, bud? That's what I would recommend. I'd do that. Let's see. Ken Wilson says, awesome Tundra. Thanks, man. I just wanted to add another facet to the channel. I have there it is over there. I have the Tacoma, which I love, and it isn't going anywhere, but I wanted the Tundra too, so I could kind of, compare the two, do things to both, compare the two. I love both trucks, honestly, so for me, it seemed like a pretty natural fit, Let's see. Jordan DeWald, Toyota Tundra four-wheel drive. They do make a four-wheel drive. Matthew Vela, it's right under a bar called The Point, going towards downtown right before Pueblo Tires. All right, I'll have to check. I just don't recall seeing it. Lip Hartsfield, saw the Tundra has the TSS off-road package video, but wild question. Is it actually 4x4? No matter, it's a great looking truck. You're going to have to stay tuned for that, Lip. You're getting ahead of me. There's going to be a video coming up where I'm going to go over the sticker, what the truck cost, and what options and stuff are on it, the specs, if you will. So you're getting ahead of me. Stay tuned. Jordan says Toyota Tundra 5.7 liter V8, 4.6 liter V8. It comes in both. That's correct. Both are V8s. David Wilson, I did the Tacoma seat mod today. Does feel more like a truck now. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing to me that you can do such a simple thing. I mean, it's only, if you did what I did, it's only that much of an increase, right? An inch. And what a difference it makes, at least in my opinion. It feels like a truck now. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing, but I love it. I love it. It completely changed the feel of that truck for me, anyway. Matthew, have you looked into flares? They look nice on the Tundra. I saw when I bought this one. Um, excuse me. They had a truck sitting there that had flares on it, and it was pretty darn sharp. So I think flares will probably be coming to the truck soon. There's just so much stuff to do, you know. I've got, by the way, going back to the Tacoma over here, I have the next epic mod on order. I had to pre-order. So as soon as that gets here, I'm going to be doing that to the Tacoma. I'm not going to announce what it is yet, but for me, it's a game changer on this truck. It really is. I think it's just awesome. So, but I don't have it yet. It's on pre-order, so I had to wait. It was about a month behind ordering. So it's coming. It's coming. And there's big things coming for the Tundra over here as well. As you know, I hate chrome, so we're going to be taking care of that. And one thing I want to say, some people have said, oh, you're just going to do the same things that you did before. You know, we're just going to watch you do. There are going to be some, I guess I'll say, duplicate things, if you will. But they're not going to be done the same way. There are other options to do things out there now. I don't know why I'm getting this weird feedback kind of thing from the green screen. Is that better? Oh, well, a little. I think I don't have enough light. Anyway, so there are going to be some of the same kind of things done. However, they're not going to be done the same way. There are other options, even though it's only been, what, a year. There are other options out there now that are much simpler to do. So it's going to be fun, and I can't wait to do it. So they're not, while they are going to be similar, they are not the same, for sure. Z Diver says, looks like you live near your brother. Looks like you live near your brother. In the same area, I guess. Jordan DeWald says, lifted. That is something I'm considering doing, although on this truck, I don't know if it needs to be done. I mean, you can see, that's kind of why I put these two trucks together originally. They're parked nose to nose, and while the Tacoma is taller, I mean, obviously you can see it's a bit taller, you know, over here than over here. It's not a lot taller. I don't know. And with the tires and the wheels that are on the Tundra, I don't know if it needs it, although I am a big fan of lifted trucks, so we're going to have to see, man. I don't know. Maybe some other things I'll do with it, you know. Let's see. Matthew, why don't you do some light bar mods to the trucks? I'd like to do that. Those are things I'm looking at right now, actually. Integrating them into the grills. So that is something I'm thinking about doing. TRD Lifestyle says, Rob, when do I win? Well, TRD Lifestyle, if you win, you will find out, most likely it will be Wednesday morning. The drawing is going to be, no, I take that back. It would be Thursday morning. I think I've been saying Wednesday, but it would be Thursday morning because the drawing is going to be on the 27th, which I believe is a Wednesday, after 5 p.m. because the cutoff to enter is 5 p.m. So I may come on and do a live because I don't want to keep you guys waiting. I want to announce the winner. So I may come on and do a live stream, or I may just release a video of the actual drawing. I haven't decided yet, but you will know definitely by Thursday morning. TRD Lifestyle says, Rob, my man, what do you do for a living? I sell Girl Scout cookies. Krista Greenbean says, happy Sunday, everybody. Everybody. Lip Hartsfield says, hey, Krista. Krista says, hey, Rob. Are you talking about my new Tundra? No, I'm not. Krista says, hey, Lip. Mike Brendenberg. Hey, Mike, welcome. How you doing? Mike says, what do you do with all the parts you take off your trucks when you install, excuse me, the new mods? You know, it's interesting that you bring that up. I was just talking to somebody the other night about that. They were asking me, what do you do with all these parts, you know? I'll probably, some of them I may sell, some things I may give away. I'm going to start doing that. I don't know if there's an interest, you know, if somebody has something that's broken maybe, or it was damaged, or I don't know, maybe they want to do some kind of a mod to it and put it on their truck, stuff like that. But that's what I'm going to start doing. Right now, I don't have a lot yet because I didn't bring a lot with me here to Columbus. But I do have a few things. So we're going to start doing that here pretty darn soon. Matthew, I have a light bar on my taco. Where do you have it? Is it integrated into the grill or where did you put it? TRD Lifestyle says, thanks, man. No, thank you. Matthew Vela, I really want the rock lights for my taco and they're pretty cheap, around 50 bucks on Amazon. Yeah, they're not very expensive to do. I assume you're talking about mounting them on the hood, one on each side. I think that's where they typically go, I think. At least there's the ones that I've seen, so yeah, I don't know. So anyway, the contest. Wanted to talk about that a little bit. It's going well. We're getting lots of entries on it, both myself and Taco Twans. I'm sure Busta Beat George will as well, as soon as he gets his video up and can get in the mix. It's actually it's coming along quite well. There are a lot of people that are entering, but I will say it's not so many that, you know, you think, gee, I don't have a chance. And like I said, starting out in this video, I mentioned that, you know, your odds are much better to win one of these grills than the lottery, you know, for example, way better. So if that's any solace to anybody who's concerned that they never win anything, your odds are pretty good compared to other things. Let's see. The drawing, as I said, is going to be on the 27th. It's 5 days from when it was started. And I will try to get a video up that night because I will tape the drawing, obviously, or do it live. I'm not sure which. But the winner will be notified on the drawing. They'll have to get in touch with me. And then, obviously, we have to confirm that they are. And let me make this clear again. The rules, there were just really simple rules. You had to subscribe to each one of the 3 channels that are mentioned in the video, and you had to leave a comment down below on the video. That's about it. So you have to meet, obviously, to be in the drawing, you would have to leave a comment because the winner will be generated from those comments. And you have to subscribe to all 3 channels. Now, I did mention too before, just again to reiterate, it doesn't do you any good to enter multiple times because they'll be filtered out in the random drawing or random comment generator anyway. So no reason to do that. You'd be wasting your time, cluttering things up, making me read more stuff. It won't help you. So there's no reason to do that. It should be pretty awesome. I think the grill looks pretty sharp. And install is pretty simple. You just have to be careful, you know, when you follow the directions and all that stuff, or when you install it. So pretty simple. Now, I would recommend, and this isn't part, as I mentioned in the description of this before, they don't come with the Raptor style lights, so you'd have to get that separately if that's what you want. You don't have to do it, but I think they look pretty sharp. I put a link on there, Running for Tacos, sells them. Pretty cool. And then if you want, I don't have it on my truck, but if you want, depending on what kind of climate you live in, the garnish to go over the sensor, you'd have to pick that up as well. But like I said, in my climate, it's not really necessary, so I don't know. Let's see. Matthew says, I was going to put it in the hidden grill, but I put it right in front of that. Gotcha. TRD Lifestyle. Rob, what step or rock sliders should I go with for my 18 taco? That's easy. Predators. I've got a video coming out soon where I actually get underneath the truck to look around and stuff. and the part number will be shown on there. And I'm pretty sure, well, it would be the same for the 18. I love the Predators myself. So if you're asking me, that's what I would get. I think they're the most useful and look the best. It's kind of a trade-off between any other thing you can get out there. Z Diver says he is a trust fund baby. That's right. Just go ahead and send cash. I'll put it in the trust, and then I'll be a trust fund baby. That would be cool. Jimmy Pham says, hey, Jimmy Pham, how you doing, buddy? Krista, Z Diver, it's been a while. How you doing? How you doing? Krista, hey, Jimmy. Matthew, I've never seen those and maybe just don't know the name. I've never seen those and maybe just don't know the name. You talking about the steps? Z Diver, doing good, took a break from YouTube. You got to do that once in a while, sometimes. TRD Lifestyle, they are $450. Yeah, I would say that sounds just about right. $450 from the dealer, if I recall. Now, maybe you can get a discount or something like that. I don't know. I'm actually working with somebody right now to set something up, so you might hang on a little bit. I might have something that can save you a little money if you want to buy, you know, through a dealer, but that's not quite ready yet, but it should be very, very soon. So stay tuned. Krista Greenbeans, welcome back. Z Diver, Z Diver. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Matthew Vela, they're nice, but the Predators look more sleek. Yeah, I like the Predators myself. I think they're the nicest look that you can get for it, personally. Jimmy Pham, Krista Greenbeans, hey. TRD Lifestyle, yes, the Predators are like $750. All right, I must have missed, you know what? I'm not on live chat, so I'm missing stuff. Let's try that again. Let's try that again, huh? Let me think here. Oh, the infabs. I missed the infabs. Sorry. The infabs are the $450. I've had infabs before. What I had before were the tubular type. I think the Predator style look much better myself, but that's what you're saying are $450. The $750 you're saying are the Predators. I got you. David Wilson said, I was thinking about Star and Nerf bars. I'm not familiar with those, but I assume they're just the tubular type bars. Lip Hartsfield, I definitely want to make some videos on my Toyota FJ. Just been raining so much lately, and I've never made a YouTube video. Oh, that's going to be great, man. That's the best time to make a video. New videos are good. As long as you have a little personality and it moves along, you know. David Wilson, Aries has a nice set but costs more. Yeah, Aries are typically more expensive, I believe. I think I had looked at those for some truck a while back, and I think I also looked at those for bull bars. I think they sell a bull bar. Pretty sure. So I don't know. TRD Lifestyle says, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So back to the trucks. Obviously, we have the Tacoma over there and the Tundra over here. And some people have asked me, why? Why did you buy a Tundra? Why didn't you get a Ford? Why didn't you get a Colorado? Why didn't you buy an F-150? Or why didn't you buy a Ranger? I bought it because I think it's going to be a good complement to the Tacoma. The Tacoma is, check that out. Oh, I got some funkiness on the edge. That's why it's doing that. I think it's going to be a good complement. Sorry, just checking out my see-through hands. To the Tacoma, because number one, they're both Toyotas. They do share some similar features, I guess. And I'm familiar with both. So being able to do mods and stuff on both, to be able to compare those, long-term reliability and that kind of stuff should be awesome. And I like the Tundra. You know, I've had two F-150s. I've had the Ram Rebel. I also, way back, drove a Chevy. Just wasn't really digging any of those. I had problems with the F-150s, you guys know, and I The Ram Rebel was good, but I feared for its quality. Look at that. Look like I've been in a battle. Let's see what happens. Look at that. It's like self-healing. That's pretty cool. And I was concerned about long-term reliability. Really, I love the truck. Otherwise, I mean, felt good. Not as good as the Tundra over there. Drove good. Had good power. Awesome technology. Of course, flashy on the inside. I mean, what's not to like? A little bit of the clear nectar apparently now. So that's kind of why I went with the Tundra, because I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see. David said, I read that. TRD Lifestyle. I was thinking rock sliders, but can use them to step in. I think you mean can't. That's the problem. And that's the one thing you got to watch when you get side steps. Are they actually functional? You know, the side steps that are on the Tundra right now, way over, can I reach it? Nope, way over that way, that way. I think they look really good and they are very functional. You know, they provide a nice wide pad for you to step on. So they work really well, and it makes it easy to get in and out of that truck because it is relatively high, even though it's not lifted. And I like that they've now gone to black, right? You remember, if you guys saw any of the old Crewmax videos that I had, their side steps came and they were chrome. They were that similar or same side step, but chrome. So I had mine Linex, man, and I thought they came out really well. I thought it looked really great. But now Toyota is selling these with black, or at least an option for blacked out side steps, which I think is awesome. They look really good, especially with this color truck. So let's see, TRD Lifestyle, easy. Toyota kicks their butt all over. All other fail. Wait a minute. Toyota kicks their butt. All others fail. Well, that's another thing. You know, I never had good luck with mine. So TRD Lifestyle, can you lift 18 Taco with TSS? If you look right over there, this is a 2018 Tacoma with TSS, and it is lifted with a 3.2 ready lift, and I had no problem. So absolutely, absolutely. Mike Brandenburg, new Tundra will be out 2021. I've heard it's going to go all the way into 2022. I've been hearing that recently. So I don't know if they've had some setbacks or if it's just, you know, internet fake news. Fake news. But I've heard it's going to push into 2022. I hope you're right. I do. Morgan Williams, you don't keep vehicles long enough to worry about long-term reliability, LOL. Well, I always hope to. I always hope to. Mark, to complete this Toyota household, your better half is going to need to trade that Wrangler for a 4Runner. I don't think that's going to work. We'll see. Who knows? Who knows? And then this person needs to, let's see, needs to be hidden as well. All right, let's move on. So no, I don't think she's going to do that. I'd be surprised. Z Diver. I put the Bilstein 112s on the front and 5160s on the rear and made the Tundra a different truck. Very smooth ride now. Gave it a 2-inch lift in the front. Excuse me. Gave it a 2-inch lift in the front to level out. That's awesome. What kind of money is something like that? Is that real? Is it cheaper to do that? I mean, you're just changing shocks, right? So I'm just curious, ballpark. What kind of money is it to do something like that? Brandon, rather. I don't know where I got Brandy Dip. Brandon says, Plasti, that's where I got it. Plasti Dip all the chrome. Nah, I'm not a Plasti Dipper. You know, I want a permanent option, you know, and I know some people swear by Plasti Dip, it'll last forever, blah, 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 but I don't have that kind of faith in it myself, so not really my thing, you know. Let's see. Krista, sorry, but my Jeep isn't going anywhere for a long time. Long time. It's not going anywhere. Matthew Vela, those are expensive, I think. Yeah, but are they as compared? I assume you're talking about to a lift. 2K, yeah, 2K would be a bit more money, I guess. Jordan says Toyota Tundra lifted. They do come lifted. You can get them lifted. Matthew Vela says maybe around 2K, but that's a guess. Well, I'll be interested to hear if Z Diver lets us know. Again, ballpark. I'm not asking for you to disclose your financial dealings, but I'm just curious for my own sake to know what it would cost to do something like that as compared to a lift. I mean, the lift on the Tacoma over here, the lift, the wheels, the tires, the whole, the labor, the balancing, the alignment, and the window tint was in on the deal too. It was about $3,400. Now, out of that, of course, I did get the lift, the wheels, and the tires, and the tent, so I did get a lot of stuff out of that. Lifting or doing anything to the Tundra that involves just shocks, of course, is going to be just for the lift part of it. But still, I mean, $2,000 of the $3,400. The tires and wheels on that truck on the Tacoma over there were, I don't know, I can't remember now, but $250 a piece. So you're talking $1,000 for the wheels, and let's say, I don't know, maybe $300. So $1,200 for the tires. So about $2,200 right there just in the wheels and tires alone. Forget about the lift and the labor, Let's see. Jordan's read that. Matthews, I read that. Matthew says, I was going to lift my Taco through Toyota and they wanted to charge me $7,000 compared to the cheap price at Truck Techs. Yeah, and refresh my memory, Matthew, because, I don't remember. Did you get your truck lifted at Truck Techs? I think you said that you did. And if you did, how is it? Is everything okay? I mean, how did it go for you? I'm just curious. Because we've had both done there, of course, the Tacoma and the Jeep. So I'm curious how the experience was for you. I thought it was fine. I mean, we had some little balancing gremlins or whatever. But overall, I'm happy with the ride and the cost and the whole experience. So I'm curious what you thought on yours. So let me know. I'd be curious to hear. So what are the plans going forward? Well, the obvious ones, with the Tundra anyway, are going to be, like I mentioned, this chrome work, all that's got to go. That just sucks. Maybe some LEDs. I'm thinking I'll probably change out the headlights and the taillights altogether, the housings and all that stuff. It's got to have some kind of a lock in the tailgate. Probably put a pop-and lock or pop-a-lock or whatever the heck it's called in there, something like that, I think. So we're going to have to see. I'm not quite sure. There it is again. And now it's gone. Nope. It's really odd. It's when I get to the edge of the screen. Huh. So those are a few things that I'm going to be looking to do. There are other things that I'm going to do with this truck, things that I had not done before. So it should be kind of interesting, man. Let's see. Matthew says, so far everything's good. I have yet to put the tires on, but I know when I put them on to put a spacer. LOL. Yeah, if you're going to put the same size that I did, then you're going to have to put a spacer because you're going to have the same problem I had, unless you go with a narrower tire, which I would highly recommend. As far as I'm concerned, these look awesome, and it is the narrower 275s. They're not the 295s like what Krista has now, but they still look pretty good, I think. Z Diver says, I will look it up, be right back. That's awesome. TRD Lifestyle says, how will you contact the winner? That'll be announced in the drawing, the night that I do the drawing or when I put it up. But basically, you're going to have to contact me. And when you do that, I'll verify who you are and all that to make sure that we get the right person. But you'll have to contact me. Or I'll just go to YouTube or something. Actually, what I'll probably do, since you have to be a subscriber to the channel anyway, I'll probably go to YouTube and send you a message through your account on YouTube, something like that. We'll see. I have to think about it, but it'll be announced in the same video or live stream that I do the winner on. Chris says, do you have to go through Toyota for a lift to keep them from voiding the warranty? The only time you're going to void a warranty when you do anything to anything is if what you did impacts a part that might have required warranty work. You know? So, for instance, I mean, if I put, I don't know, if I put new wheels and tires on and use the same lug nuts that were stock, and those lug nuts fail, well, I've obviously changed the setup, so they're probably not going to cover the lug nuts. Now, that doesn't mean that because I put new tires on and the gas tank fails, that they're not going to cover the gas tank. Changing the tires had nothing to do with the gas tank, so they're still going to cover the warranty. Basically, the way I understand it, they would have to prove that anything that you did, and this is all intuitive really, that anything that you did directly caused failure in a part. Does that make sense? I mean, if you lift the truck and let's say you impacted the springs, because you know on a spacer lift they're going to put those above the springs, and on a block lift in the rear they're gonna compress the leaf springs. And let's say one of those two items fail and you directly did something to impact them, yeah, they're probably not going to cover that. But if you do a lift and your engine blows up, they're not going to not cover that. It doesn't have anything, one doesn't have anything to do with the other. Does that make sense? Hopefully. So it would depend, I guess, would be a good reason. If you want to make sure you don't void anything, then yeah. TRD Lifestyle says no dealers will not lift anything with TSS. That's true. I have heard that. Matthew Vela says the tires I want are actually a bit bigger and wider. You're going to have a decent spacer. You know, I think, and I have a video coming up about this, but I believe you really need to have about, man, minimum inch and a half to inch and a quarter, or inch and a quarter to inch and a half space between that tire and the UCA. Unless you get up so high that the UCA is above above the tire. I don't know. Otherwise, you're going to have problems when you go severe left, severe right, or do both and hit a bump. You're going to hit that UCA. So you'd either have to go to a less aggressive or narrower or more sleek UCA, or go with a narrower tire. So I'm thinking you're probably going to have to come up with somewhere between, like I said, an inch, inch and a half clearance, just to be sure you never have that problem, you know. Let's see. TRD Lifestyle says, at least in Oregon. Yeah, no, I've heard that. I heard that in Ohio as well, and I can't believe any dealer would do it because they claim it messes with the TSS. I've not had any problems with the TSS system. None. Not even a glitch. Matthew Vela says the tires in winter are actually a bit bigger and wider. Matthew Vela says in Texas it doesn't matter. Well, at least at my local dealer. There you go. And I assume that's Bert Ogden, right? You're going to Bert Ogden, aren't you? Mike Brandenburg, have you installed lug nut locks to protect your investment? Have you installed lug nut locks to protect your investment? There are lug nut locks on both the Jeep and the Tacoma here. These have lug nut locks on them. The Tundra does not have them, but I am going to change out the lug nuts on that truck soon, because as you can see there, they are chrome or silver, which I don't like. And in that, when I do that, I'll put a locking nut on there so that we don't have an issue, but I'm not overly concerned at the moment with the Tundra. Let's see. Jeff Bolds says hi. Jeff, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Mike Brandenburg says, why do Tundras have only 5 bolts on the wheels? Even the Tacoma has 6. I don't know. I don't know. Does it really matter? I'm asking. Does it really matter? Doesn't matter at all to me. I realize one more stud, one more nut is a little bit more security, but does it really matter? TRD Lifestyle says, what if I stay stock height and go larger tires? Depends on how large you go. I mean, you can stay stock height and go larger tires. You just can't go crazy. And the thing you have to worry about is, let's see if I can do this. Right here, you got to be able to clear this space. So when you turn the tire, it's got to be able to clear this so it doesn't hit. You're probably, like I did, either going to have that chin strap that was down there removed or trimmed. I had mine trimmed more to go like this, away from that tire. You also have to be concerned back here in the rear. And I'm going to fade out. But back in the rear, between the tires and the fenders, and again, you have to make sure that you're not going to hit that UCA, which of course is right up here behind the tire, the upper control arm. Otherwise, if you can meet all those things, you can put any tire you want on there, man. Matthew Vela says, yeah, the tire I want is an inch. The tire, wait a minute. Yeah, the tire I went to said an inch and a half. Okay, gotcha. Well, then you should be okay out with it. The tire place I went to said an inch and a half. I would agree. You can be sure you're going to be safe if that's the case. Because that's about what I'm running. I'm about an inch and a half, inch and a quarter, and I don't have any problems. So I can tell you from experience. Matthew says, yep, great old Bert Ogden. Yeah, that's where I went. I bought 2 there now since I've been here, so I must like them. Rebel Rouser says, hey Justin, how you doing, buddy? What's up? Green Bean says, hi Justin. Rebel Rouser says, what made you decide to go with the TSS SR5? It was the package I liked the best. It had everything I wanted, but not too much. I didn't want a Crew Max again because I've been there, done that. I wanted a different truck than what I've had, which would be, and I like the looks of the double cab actually. I like it better. I always have, than the Crew Max. I wanted that TSS package because it's cool. I like it, and it gave me everything I wanted. So that's kind of why I picked it. I looked at the SRs because I was looking to go as base as I could so I could, make the truck the way I wanted it to be without a bunch of stuff on it already. But the SR5, or the SRs rather, had the column shifters and the bent seats, and I didn't want that, so that's why. Rebel Roger says, hi Christ. Matthew Vela says, I think you can only go to a 30 at stock height unless you don't mind trimming. Probably be about right. I know mine on there right now are almost dead on 33s. So, David Wilson, if you go with the different wheels, can you still use factory lug nuts? I think it depends. I don't know. Maybe. TRD Lifestyle says, all right, Rob, gotta go. Keep up the good work. Hey, TRD Lifestyle, thanks for being on. Make sure you tune in either Wednesday evening or Thursday morning to see if you won. And again, to answer your question, I will try to contact people via their own YouTube account just to make sure that I don't get somebody saying they won that didn't, Brandon says, how's the Ready Lift 2-1 riding? It's a 3-2 and it's awesome. I love it. No problems. I wouldn't hesitate to do it again. Rebel Rouser says, you didn't think the Platinum was worth the price or you don't need the features. I just didn't want the platform. I didn't want the double or the full-size double doors. I definitely didn't want to spend all that money for that truck. It has way more on it and it's way more plush than what I want. I don't know. Just not really interested in that model. Z Diver had four-wheel parts installed, the 6112s and alignment for 1102 and ordered the 5160s on Amazon for 307 and I installed them. So 1409. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all, man. You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to take a picture of that so that I can remember. Because I may be interested in something like that myself. So let's do that. There, you probably heard the camera. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. Rebel Roger says, are you trying to get a smaller stance on the Taco with the Tundra? Are you trying to get a similar stance to the Taco with the Tundra? I wouldn't mind if it did. I wouldn't mind if it was taller. I definitely wouldn't want to do anything and have it be lower. So we'll have to see. I'm not sure what we're going to do with it yet. So we'll see. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here, say hey to you guys, talk to you a little bit about what's going on with the contest and the trucks and all that good stuff. So stay tuned. Wednesday night, I will be live on Monday, but Wednesday night, and I do lives on Wednesday, so that would be a good forum to have the drawing in during the live. Probably do that. Anyway, appreciate you guys stopping over, man. And I will see you next time on the web. Have a good Sunday. Bye.